Well, good morning from Puerto Vallarta. It's Monday, the 23rd of February, and I just wanted to kind of give you an update just from our perspective in our little area here, Puerto Vallarta. We're kind of in a kind of more a quiet area, if you will, but we have a lot of expats and stuff that live here, and I live in a complex. I'm not going to really give the location, etc. Basically, around 9:18, and that's the timestamp of this photo. We heard three successive booms around us. And immediately to the left of me, you'll see this big black smoke fume that's just growing. And as I went outside, you could see smoke, and I heard the other two explosions. It became very apparent, putting pieces together with social media later on. This is very targeted, very structured to happen at a certain time to create chaos within the city of Puerto Vallarta. People didn't know what was going on. All we knew was something to do with the cartel, and that was starting to come out at this point in time. And again, most of our information came from social media and WhatsApp groups, etc. And this is just right outside my front door. And as I walked around the corner, I noticed this bus, and this bus is right in front of a butcher shop, which I frequent. In fact, my intent was to go there shortly that morning, and this bus was basically, as you see here, it's kind of through the worst, it's just smoldering. And down the road, you can see other fumes and smoke as well. This happens to be an OXXO, this is a gas station, and so far that was untouched. Well, that will change a little later on in the day. As I approached the bus, I noticed no people, no police, no fire, there was no sirens, nothing, which really struck me as odd. The bus had no people in it, and again, putting the pieces together with social media, it appeared this was not directed at any civilians, more so at just disrupting traffic and causing chaos, creating fires, and it did carjack a lot of cars and set them on fire, and there's plenty of photos on the news and through social media. You'll see these cars burning, especially Zona Romantica and main strips. This happens to be This happens to be a major stretch. This goes down to Costco, etc. And I usually walk this road every day to go down to La Comer or Costco. There's a butcher shop here, and it's just a common, frequent thing that I do every day. And later on in the morning, I was taking some garbage out to the corner here, and I noticed one of my favorite places I go to almost once, twice, sometimes 3 or 4 times a day. I'll pick something up at this Kiosko. And unlike in the U.S., convenience stores are typically the same price for most things as they are in the grocery store. So it's not hyperinflated. These are kind of corporate-owned stores. They're throughout Puerto Vallarta and Jalisco, etc. So you see them almost in every corner. In fact, we have 4 convenience stores within just 4-block radius. So we have 2 Kioskos and 2 OXXOs, and they're very close to each other. I prefer Kiosko, and that's this corner store right here, which is literally right around the block. So I noticed it was gutted, still smoldering and burning, and as I went out to the front and stuff like that, I could see the store is just totally destroyed. As I looked down to the left, that OXXO, which was intact in the morning, it was also affected. And this main street, Francisco, goes down to Costco and La Comer, but there's a whole stretch that goes down to Walmart. They had went down that street and basically torched any OXXOs, Kioskos, and many other businesses as they proceeded towards the ocean. Definitely very coordinated, a lot of motorcycles, and that's really kind of their source or MO. Ironically, the cartel is behind all this. The cartel really kept you safe in Puerto Vallarta. It was just kind of an unwritten rule that you harm a tourist, don't worry about the police, worry about the cartel, because they kept it safe here. Obviously, that's changed within the last 24 hours, and hopefully we'll go back to that. The cartel really did not we had an impact on tourism, but from the standpoint of keeping things safe, because they had a lot of financial interest, from what I understand, in the city. As you can see here, though, we put together, I was able to put together with social media that this was happening all over the city, all within the same, period of time. So it's very structured, very coordinated, and it seemed to be targeting at this point in time, cars, buses, and OXXXs and KIOSKOs and small business. Not really small businesses, but more so corporate businesses. Some of the big pharmacies, like Guadalajara Pharmacy, those were torched. Both in Zona Romantica, and I'm not too sure about the one that's right down the street from us. I've seen video, and I'm not too sure if that's Guadalajara or where that is, but I know there's another one that was torched in Puerto Vallarta. So we're safe here, and it seems to be going good. You may see in national news, the Costco, and that so far it just seems to be cars. A lot of cars in the parking lot were torched, and that's what they did, but they pretty much left the Costco unscathed. In fact, it's the only Costco in Puerto Vallarta, and it's one of the busiest Costcos I've ever seen. A lot of local businesses, small businesses, grocery stores, boutique hotels, etc. They shop there. I mean, you'll see large carts of food and stuff. We also have a Sam's Club here. So far the morning, it's eerie quiet. Again, I haven't heard a siren in probably 21, 22 hours. There's no military or police presence, at least in our area. I think they're concentrating in certain other areas. So things are quiet here today, and I just wanted to kind of give you an update, my perspective of the last 21 hours. Everything's safe. So again, thank you very much, and we'll keep you tuned in to Puerto Vallarta.